Yep. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. We're the brothers of the Great Millstone, branch here in Chicago. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Yahweh. Double honors to our apostles, double honors to our elders, elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow believers that are doing this work with truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Right, to the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, and be like unto the speckled birds among the heathens that look like the heathens, and to those few are caught that listen and learn. Hey, we're gonna this serious times that we're living in, and word just got out that Larry Lightfoot is hanging out with her tribe, with her alphabet lifestyle tribe, and basically, it's funny how she's willing to go against praying against the government to woke women so that they can actually commit murder against their babies and unborn children, right? But at the same time, she's ready to oppress people for not wanting to, not everybody that choice when it came to taking medicine, into their bodies that could possibly do harm to them, right? Which in a lot of cases, it has a lot of medicines. I don't want to say anything, provocative medically, but a lot of medicines have done great harm to people. But all it's showing you is that the emotional division on every facet of life here in Babylon, right? It's divided in every aspect. The left versus the right. The alphabet lifestyles against the normal people. The Democrats versus the Republicans, which that's all a joke because they're all a part of the same, they're all a part of the same hateful bird, So it doesn't matter. Which side you go with, neither side is for our people, right? Then neither side is for our people. No matter what you what you think and what you do. All right? And as a matter of fact, bring out a scripture that I love so much because it's so fitting. Daniel 8:25. Because they're always trying to pass legislation, and sign things into law that's supposed to bring peace, safety, and tranquility. But for peace, they bring great violence. Right? And that, over and over and over again. How many things do they have to do, man? Like the bill is just, it's funny. All of a sudden they want to use the legislation, use the whole judicial system. Because when it came to the demic, everything was executive this and executive that. Now with this, but they trade softly with this gun thing. Because they'll, hey, you got some people on the right side, you start playing with their guns, you're gonna have some problems. So they trade delicately with that, and they actually pass some bills. And see, that's basically how the legislative branch that the lobbyists that bring forth ideas of law, and then that gets written into a bill, and then that bill gets brought before the Senate, and then they vote on it. All right. So this is a bill for new gun control. He just didn't do no executive thing, because if you do that, you don't have problems, and they know that. So and the problems are coming. They know it's coming. Yeah, we got the mighty Demasha pot among us. So they try to tread delicately with that, but either way it goes, no matter what they say. So let's extend their this is our law very big too.
Daniel 8:25. That's started 24. It says, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper in practice, and shall destroy the mighty and holy people. Because, like the elder said, this is going to be opening for the so-called black woman. She's the top. She's at the top of the chart for worship. All right. It says, verse 25, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace he shall destroy many.
Right. He's going to destroy many, man, because look, the whole thing, the Planned Parenthood was a strategic move to hit on Jake. Because even though I just watched a video where a nigga one person shot at Jake point blank range, the eventually shot a father and a child in the face, you know, with their son in the backseat of the car. Right? You know, we had to get our full time. Right? The most dangerous place for the so-called black man in America is inside the world is home. That's factual. And so this is background on these songs. His own legislation, his policy, he caused black people to die. Right? He caused black people to die. See, and I don't think they want the pop. They want to go to pop. They want to go to crisis. They didn't mess them up. What we witnessed last week with the big titty white ball right around the corner, all right, was evidence of that. All right, when she actually helped Jake supplant one of her own men, one of her own people.
Deuteronomy 30:7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee which persecute.
Right, so that hurt, that shame, and embarrassment, you know, Esau's being made bare, and he's being shamed, and he's being brought low. As a matter of fact, everything I just said, I pray for that day. They be shamed because they brought low. I pray that they're help and their hope. That prosperity all be brought low. Right? So that they out here jumping and bouncing 50 feet off the concrete from 16 stories of height.
I got one for what you just said. This is Job 27 and 15.
Perfect.
It says, those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widow shall not weep. See, y'all had to really fuck our women over, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually, you know, to really get them to turn against us. You know, all we gotta do is be us, and the white bitches coming like flies. And that go for Esau, the Arabs, the Asians.
That video with the swole Jake walking through Thailand. You know,
Oh, yeah, that nigga
first
thought
thing
he
she
was
says, BBC,
Come on, man.
chocolate man. And you know what? Guess I lived that shit. I was there. It happened to me. So I know what was going down, man. And I'm gonna tell you, man, Jake, hey, when I was there, man, and it looked like it's the same, he was evidence of it. Jake wasn't buying no prostitutes in the hoes over there. Esau was.
That's his job.
Ephraim and Judah was getting all the women, man. I witnessed it. I was there. All right?
This white lady just asked me at the fucking Lifetime. She said, "Will you take my friend on a date? Will you take me on a date?" I said, "I ain't gonna come here." That's their job. That's their job. The fact that we even having this conversation unsolicited, that's not our job. What you think I'm gonna set myself up for? Try to get an empty pocket? Look, man. What the hell is that? I tell niggas all the time, shit, that black woman is your enemy. Black woman is your enemy. That was good, they'll treat you like God.
Yeah, you know what? I was on the train on the way to class, you know, and go to work before I came here. And I got on the blue line, and there was a nigga woman sitting at the top of the steps, right? With a hair hat on. She had a big ass. She looked like she was on her way to work. She had a great big old luggage thing. And she stopped at the top of the stairs. And she kind of blocked it. So I stopped and I was standing there next to her. She looked at me and she thinking I'm going to be like, now, had she not had her hair net and her breath just smelled like Luke or something, I might have done it. Right? But I looked at her and I walked right around.
There you go.
Downstairs, strong.
That's right.
So I went down the stairs, so, you know, and I'm standing there waiting for the train. And she comes up, you know, right behind me, not long behind me. Then she went down a little bit like that. I hate the smell of tobacco in the past. To the point that I pray to the Lord that just me smelling it, I get to put you together. Right? Just for having one of your hands to get you put together. That day is coming. Right? But I look up, and this Edomite smoking. And the next thing you know, who's smoking with? When you ain't supposed to smoke in the L train, when you smoke inside that enclosed corridor, it gets even stronger. You know? And so who is it? Eve and Esau. Both breaking the rules together. And I'm looking at this shit, and I'm like, you know, Eve and Esau doing definitely, right? Because Esau, he knows what you're not supposed to do. Right? And definitely she knows it too. All right? So exactly.
You would very like that brother.
I would have helped you if things were
I know your spirit tells you.
But I stepped right around it. So anyway, so I get on the train, man. But I get on the train. Guess what? It's a young brother there. It's the big old Lord. The Lord came to down. He actually made me feel better about the situation. Reminded me that it's just a little bit longer.
It's for somebody who's not.
You know?
It's for you know.
Proverbs 11:21. No hand join your hand.
Y'all both should really be
Proverbs 11:21. No hand join your hand. The wicked shall not be punished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. They're going to be fucking punished, man. They're going to be eviscerated. They're going to be confounded together. You know? The scripture said what? He that is hoping and he that is helping shall all fall together, man. Trey, this place is good.
Yeah. It's a lot. I'm just going to point out how that Edomite is that he was Jewish. So to see the Northern Kingdom brothers right over here, right, and then to see, and to see these signs, that messed him up, man.
That messed him up, bro.
That kind of shook him up, and then this little girl stopped.
Elder, he was like,
His spirit was disturbed.
he did this. He was like, fuck, let me pop on cab.
Yeah. Right. He walked off like he had, like he had just got his candy taken.
Yeah, bro. That motherfucker. I know you people, but you was thinking that's why I ain't gonna tell it out. But I had to say it, like, you know that. Yeah, man, he was broken.
And I saw his countenance as he walked off. He literally walked off like
yeah.
he was broken. Yeah.
I'm like, man, I want to do the brother see this, and then you said it. And I said, you like, here, tight. I'm like, I do. Because he was really fucked up. You know, the average eater might see this, but I was just thinking about something earlier, because I be around a lot of heat, especially the ones with money. And I was really feeling myself and shit. And I said, the heathens really hate us because we beautiful, man. They can't stand to really see Jake out here not doing nigga shit, bro. So they hate this shit. Like the this dude took pictures at the end of the shop, y'all remember last week. And I walked over there and I told him, I said, shit, all you had to do was ask, but, just make sure you get my good side. You gonna send me some brothers in the bed. And what he had said it like, what's this? I told him the brothers. The blacks and Latinos and Native Americans, so-called Israelites, man. He said, well, I'm black and Greek. He said, I didn't shit you rest of the world, really, but, it's still fun. But I had told him, he had told me, he said, bro, I ain't want to all out there, y'all shot. He said, bro, I didn't really want to disrespect y'all, but I never really see no black and Latino dudes together and they ain't doing no crazy nigga shit, bro. He said, I had to take a picture. He said, I just had to. And he had his camera on.
Yeah, when they together, they do a follow. But it just goes to show you, though, that even on the left-hand side, they get together.
Oh yeah.
Just like in LA, you don't see, Issachar and Judah always got into it out in LA. And out in LA, they kicking it. Especially after that whole collaboration with that video that what's his name? No, the that fucked Donald Trump thing he did with all the Northern Kingdom games and shit, man.
Yeah.
So and all over the country that's happening. And then the way Esau been doing redlining, he been forcing a lot of Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom together in neighborhoods, and they starting to intermix and interbreed the same way they did in the South during the times of slavery, man. Judah and Gad were intermingling and mixing, in the South a lot. All right, and a lot of them were serving slavery plantation as well in the South. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of dudes walking around like Shalom beloved. It's a lot of men and women walking around today that think they so-called black men and they really Gadites. Right?
And that nigga has some Gadites in his fruit between other sides.
Yeah.
They came there in the spirit of niggas because he said it, even though y'all brown, Esau is red, they call themselves red. Gadites is the spirit. They said, we red, represent blue. I said, that's a that's how you know Jake just niggas. Gadites. Just a group of niggas. That's how you know Jake is just a group of niggas, man.
Ezekiel 37:19, saying to them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribe of Israel, the fellow, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, with them one stick, and there should be one in my hand. That's what the brother was saying. Like, it was surprised that he had to see so-called black and brown brothers together. Now he's got their musical, man.
This is the real play.
In Amos 9:11, where it says, I shall raise the tabernacles of David.
Bring it up.
David had all the tribes underneath him, man. All the tribes submitted to him, man. This is Amos 9 and 11, it says, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof." That's that separation between the kingdoms. Right? It says, "And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and all of the heathen which are called by my name." All right, so what's happening is what? All 12 tribes are coming back together, man. Underneath what? That tabernacle of David, underneath the Yahushua.
Hey, that's why the scripture says in the book of Genesis, you know, David, in the tribe of Judah, he said, "Unto him shall the gathering of his brothers, the tabernacle of David." And that's what he said when you start off with that Genesis 49th chapter. He said, "These are the signs that fall upon the children of Israel. When Judah rose up, that's why I think it's what, Zephaniah or Zechariah. He said they saved the tents of Judah first. They got the truth, and then they woke up the brothers. All right, nothing else. That type them sure not Israelite. Because that's not happening to him. That guy alone.
Right. This little Edomite girl, they were no different than little Sally, little Amy that grew up in America. Right?
They just got a traitor.
Exactly. You know, on their little kick school. And oblivious to what's going on. Being raised up in all their lives. All right? They were just future slaves to come back.
That's right.
Well, they in Babylon right now. When they come back, that's what they're going to grow up with.
Hey, look, they miss.
Yeah, they ain't going to make it.
They don't
Hell,
get
he
eat.
might eat. They might not.
After saying he don't get eat, that's the spirit. They
Yeah,
don't eat.
he might eat. Right?
He gonna go crazy. And then he gonna jump out the high rise and be locked in the high rise together, like you said, they death traps. They gonna be locked in the fucking platform together.
A lot of these, yeah, exactly.
Weird shit.
Yeah, the things that's going to go on in these high-rise buildings are going to be horrific. It's going to be horrible, man. It's going to be like a living nightmare, man. Like, what was that movie? The King? They were like trying to get out of the
They kept switching.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be like that. Because these people, they're going to run out of supplies. They're going to stop raining. And all the men in the building, nobody not making this. Right? Because she's independent and solo.
I am woman.
All that, yeah. You'll hear you roar talking about stop.
What's your man named Diego?
That's, yeah, my man Diego. But he said, okay, I'm going to do it. I want it.
It's gonna happen, man.
Right. You can do what you want with me, but just don't hurt. He was like, oh, no, bitch, shut up. I'm going to do what I want. He said, all y'all got to worry about is who's going to go first. So, no, he was like, oh, no, I'm going to do what I want to you and your daughter. She's like, she offering herself up. Right? She ready to sacrifice her body for his needs and pleasure. And he like, oh, no, bitch. Yeah, I'm going to have you, but I'm going to have her too. He made that very clear. He's like, I got all night.
And she would have got pregnant if that wasn't a movie.
Brother B. Wade.
Hey, I like how you talk that shit.
Hey, but hey, he talked hey, that's the reality of what's gonna happen.
And we talking shit.
This society is on the verge of collapsing, and we're excited about it. All right, we actually are excited about it because it's really getting ready to happen. All right, hey, we did a lot of cold winters, hot ass summers, you know, dealing with niggas in there, you know. And God only knows how elders have been through. If I can think of all the shit we've been through, they've been through it double. All right. So yeah, this place is finally going to collapse, and it can actually start next week. It can literally start right. And I said what months ago. When about say about 4 months ago, that by July, around July 4th, because July 4th last Monday, you know, black. That's usually a real simple drop of album or he always dropped it right on the July 4th. That dude was smart, man. He came up with being easy. Right? He would always, Yeah, because he only dealt with older people. That's because he was a congressman. But if we looked at Melanie, because it was older one hit. But nevertheless, with all the festivities and the fireworks and the movies that dropped, July 4th is the last, so Esau's going to squeeze and get the last piece out of the lemon. Then he's going to let it run. It's going to be Wade, man. This thing, and this one will show you how they get around the whole thing. Alright, once the case gets put before the judge, it's supposed to get ruled. Hey, that bitch told me on a Monday, I had court on a Monday, that after she had that look of horror in her face, after our conversation, and she had no answers to hit what my paperwork actually said. Alright, she was like, well, she was literally stuttering. And she was like, well, I will have an answer and I will rule on the case by Friday. And I was like, so he saw violating to the point now where he's just like, fuck it, it's time, it's sword time, let my strength. You know? So like the song
They holding back the real money. So the people that's supposed to be getting paid, that's supposed to be getting paid millions of dollars, man. And they holding back the money because why? Because they don't have the money to pay. Yeah. They didn't let go of those stocks in hard times.
Now they already threatened about last time you had bailout. Now you have them bail in. So the banks are now taking the money of the people who have the money. So everybody who's got big money in the bank, the banks are taking hijacking their shit. This shit, I'm telling you, they're taking 4 games. They're taking some pensions. We're going to have some big games. Post-traumatic stress. More better. Police officers. Fucking firemen. Go left so you know, I mean, the firemen. They set fire. They know what shit burn everything. They know what's right. They know shit dead. Exactly. Yeah, they right. They know where to set the fire. It's like, look, man, I'm over there. They know shit left. So you want to push it off all these people with all these fields. It's like,
They sleep.
fucking with their money. Keep playing.
They sleep.
And he was former demolition.
Oh, they said
All they gave me was a watch.
hey, a man of war. That's in the scripture. It said man of war that suffer poverty. Here it is, you go rob, kill, steal, rape, and murder for your country, and you sleeping on that fucking bridge getting pissed on by your neighbor, man. That's a man of war that suffer poverty. They showed that nigga Tupac, Bullet. The brother was all retarded, cursing out his mom, all weird and shit. As soon as they killed him, down the side of the building, he got so cut that nigga Tupac fucking throat, hanging upside down. He was a fucking retard all the time. But once that switch hit, and then everybody juiced up off this shit too, for their health benefits.
Yeah, I just saw a brother did a video talking about the medical emergency that's about to happen when all these people can't get their meds. You gotta have a whole bunch of angry people that can't drive their cars because they can't afford to. They can't pay their rent, they can't buy food, but also these people that can't get their meds. I'm telling you, this is about to be the purge out this bitch. Right?
Black woman, you go to get reevaluated as a black woman.
Thanks for saying.
You know, you're not gonna get your she don't go fuck about you.
She broke up with her boyfriend and she's committing adultery on this morning. It happened to you.
And you look just like her.
Man, it's just like the video when the chick shot her baby father in the face and then pulled the baby out the backseat of the car. She mad that he with another woman. And she got the gun from the dude she screwed that she committed adultery with. But she mad that he with another woman. All right? Hey, this place is crazy, man. It's completely crazy.
It's upside down, man.
It's completely upside down. And then what? And then this is the father of the child.
Just fuck the kids. Like.
So the hell with his life. Now he got to grow up without a daddy because you get it up.
Oh no, look. They had the fucking listen nigga. He had shares. He's like, these are the sips on Father's Day. But it's a nigga. He thinks a little girl, man. You hate this shit. You seen it? He fixing the little girl fucking he come outside, the little girl got a flat on the bike or some shit. He fixing the bike. She said, see, he fixing the bike. Happy Father's Day. Tell your dad thank you. She said, this little bitch is like 40 years old. She like, this is not my daddy. My daddy's in jail and I hate you. Fuck. She said, my daddy in jail and I'm missing and I hate you. This ain't my damn daddy. Like
right, but as you eating this food, he probably bought the bike that you ride, fixing your flat.
Man, they get generous, man.
This is going back to
Hey, look, I'm telling you, it does not. Being a father in this society is really profitless, and being a stepfather is double after double.
Hey, Capo, what's my saying? And I've got 3 kids. What's my saying? Fuck yeah, they better hope the same thing I hope. Yeah, how about shit? How shot deliver? Go ahead.
this is back on the brother. James 5:4. Behold, James 5:4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept by flood, fire, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. So all the people who have put all interest, all this money, all this savings in these places, all right, are not going to get the return on their investment. All right, they're going to put more homelessness, more hungerment, more people in despair. All right, and like the brother said, man, a lot of these are war veterans, man. Vietnam War, Korean War, Gulf War. You know what I'm saying?
And every time you look up, when you looking at the crowd of people that walk by, you always see more women than men. There's more women in this society than there's men. And so when the gate goes up, these women are going to be safe. They're going to be for a prey. And a lot of these women are walking around alone.
All the time.
Half naked.
And half naked, nobody do it.
They so blood.
Because they really have because the problem is that these people, these Americans, and these women, they have a very strong sense of security with themselves. All right? Just like living in certain neighborhoods, you know, you didn't hear this a lot lately in the cold, but this sort of thing never happens. You know, I was people up in Anderson building in Lincoln Park. This sort of thing never happens. It's happening.
That's right.
And it's going to get worse.
The brother from the island sent a video of one chicken is $85 for one whole thing. Let me find it.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. And then I was talking to the brother from Walmart, and just like in my neighborhood, you know, he up there on the edge of Chicago, Rogers Park. He on the edge of Chicago, Rogers Park. And basically, what he was saying is that, you know, it's a lot of immigrants in that area, and they downplaying. And if you ever been up to the brother's house, even on this block, you got $500,000 home on this block. They downplay the crimes. You know, so the shit that's happening up there is not even reported. They're not even reporting half that shit. And it's the same thing in my neighborhood. You got all the old school Ambrose, you got some old school campus over there, then you got vice lords and black people. And they be going at it. Hey, did that even Mike just born that you gonna start seeing 25,000 pounds?
So Ezekiel 14:12. It says, the word of the Lord came against me, saying, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing previously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and will break the staff of bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. Right? This land has trespassing, and then last week, I tell you the book of Revelation, the Spirit of the Lord was going about man. There's no judgment.
Bring it out. See how it went all the way back?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor.
And see, that's what's happening right now. When you see the northern and southern kingdom out here in spiritual productivity and unison, standing on one accord, that's what's that's what spooks the white man. That the so-called, the self-proclaimed white man.
And we're in our royal mentality. We're in a royal mindset. We're in the mindset when you are believing, right? And because you are. Scripture clearly say that we're above all people in his beauty. That's why you'll hear us say, we can't handle. Why? That means we claim it.
That's right.
All right?
Yeah,
Just
Lord,
because. Sometimes it's not because we want it. We just, look, he can't have it.
Hey, the Spirit make an intercession. It's gonna filter that out. You might claim it for a
I'm
brother.
claiming it for another brother, man. You know?
But he can't have it.
He can't have it. Right, you might be smart. What makes you think you can do
Remember on Django, he was flying his ass up. Django whipped his ass. He calling him for.
And he better whip it right, and he gonna get whipped too. And we'll become an expert.
And they did it with us. You know, we go up to Joel the third chapter and tell you how the Israelites, are right, the Hamites, right? And it shows you that at the beginning of the book, the Kinte.
Yep,
They had
about
some Hamites.
44th minute.
There we go.
It showed you that Joel the third chapter, right in the movie roots, the original movie.
And they expected that. They didn't expect this, really.
It says, verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
But ultimately, that goes into the chariots of Yahweh, so-called UFOs. But this is exactly where it starts. Because this is all, look, they never looked for us to do this. That ending scene of the roots, that 44th minute scene that we was talking about, that's what they thought this was in. Get the Revelation 11 in it. Chapter 11 and verse 8, Crackers got another day coming to you. I guarantee you that. The Lord said that. The Lord that nobody believes in said that. Go ahead.
It's Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
That's talking about America. Sodom and Egypt are two different places where the Lord died in Israel. All right?
Evidence of that was that scene in Good Times.
Oh.
Because he said if that was true, the Bible would have said so. And Michael was like, it does. Right, exactly. He read the scripture. And then she read it herself. She was like, let me see that. She was like, oh my God.
But where the butt come from? That's that black woman shit.
What that meant was that, well, fuck somebody said. That's literally what it translation. That's what it was.
Then they got James, the father of the show. See, that all understand that bullshit. And he physically over the years spiritually, so he know. He sees it. You know, that was your generation.
Yeah.
Kicked his ass right out the fucking house. And they showed you that on that movie. Where I think that nigga Lawrence Fishburne was on it. Cornbread Earl to me.
Yeah.
Where his mama, you know, had a setup, was coming in there trying to get some pussy or whatnot. And then she heard the nigga knock, he heard the nigga knocking at the door. He like, oh, you stepping out on me? She's like, no, that's the man. You gotta get out of here. I can't have you in here. They see that he's off them. I wanted to drop the F-bomb. Esau really, man, showed you that he a bitch-ass nigga, man. He's the original bitch-ass nigga, but you know what? The Lord got him because we right here, we woke up.
Yeah, he set you up for failure, man.
Out the gate.
And like I said, Esau's the only people that I know, all right, that rigged the game, set you up for failure, and then brag about it.
Right, you done tied this nigga hands behind his back. You didn't even go in there. You threw Tyson in there, cut off the lights, stepped over him like this and shit.
Right.
You a
And
bitch.
stand over and take all the pictures.
All the bitches.
Putting your foot on.
Ain't an ounce of sweat on this bastard.
That's Esau. Bring it up.
Revelation 11 and 9. And of the people all around the nations shall see their dead bodies created in half.
And that was the nation looking at us. And that go from the time with hardcore slavery to the time we woke up to the 60s, early 70s. That's that 3.5 year period. Go ahead. Take the time.
It says, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth.
And you niggas was the gift. Alright, he said the northern kingdom on the other side of the world, and he brought you stupid ass niggas over here. You niggas was the gift. But now it's over with. We were the gifts. The Lord even said our own king went to slave.
Yeah, Seville, Spain became the first slave capital of the world. And the people that were born in Seville, Spain to be distributed all over the world was the northern kingdom. They were snatching up Gadites and then Israelites and other members of the northern kingdom, and they were selling up out of Seville, Spain, and they were being dispersed to Arabia, different parts of Africa, different parts of Europe. There was a movie that came out called Brotherhood of the Wolf. Every time I see that movie, it makes me think about Gaddafi. But that was a movie called Brotherhood of the Wolf. It came out maybe about 2 years ago. And they had Mark Rasmus playing the Gadite. But why was the Gadite walking around in colonial France, in the 1700s as a armor bearer to a hunter? And he was even a greater hunter. Right?
This Revelation 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them who saw them.
Stop right there. This is what you see. When you see us, you see the brothers, you see the Northern Kingdom brothers. Alright, you see the fruit on the other side of the line. That's what's going on. The breath of life entered into us, and these crackers are shaking in their boots. That's why that Amalekite was just up here punching the air like Cuba Gooding Jr. and fucking boys in the hood. Fucking monkey.
No, Proverbs 26 and 18 and 19. It says, as a madman who casts a firebrand an arrow of death, so is the man that deceives his neighbor, says, not like foot, man. Right, so we all just going around teaching the game. All right, the fact that we don't know who we are. All right, these stereotypes out there that we unfortunately live up to, being niggas. All right, and sit back and throw the book at us. All right, give us football to look around. All right, and think
Nah, I was thinking about that when the elder brought out his case. He said how long they taking to fuck around the child. He said when they give your ass 45 years in prison and everything.
nope.
But some shit you didn't do. That's all.
Yeah, because all he does is
Yeah, now with a microscope, everything's slow motion. You know, turtle shit.
He go back to that Johnny.
How long is it taking a turtle to walk 100 miles? Right?
Right.
But when it's your shit, man, it's a rabbit in a 20-yard dash.
Expedited.
That nigga Richard Pryor said it. Said I went to jail. They looked at the nigga. They said, hey, yeah, 40 years. Boom. The nigga telling the truth. They didn't waste no time. They showed you that in that movie with
Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
They had, it was one night. Esau got right with their ass, man. That's what you can't do.
That was an expedition try. Why the nigger? Dude.
Hey, but what did the dude say that Chicken Daddy was? He said, we got 40 good years out these motherfuckers, man. It's a goddamn game, man.
well, because that free and that cheap labor, you know, and you have to think about it. You know, Colombo used to say, follow the money. Right? Who benefits off these unrighteous decrees? He never did bring that out. I mean, off this he either makes missions by law, but who makes money off you know, the cheap and free labor provided by inmates? So it's to their best interest to give you as much time as they can and lock you up for the littlest things that they can. They have to keep bodies in themselves to please their stockholders. Right? You know, we've all heard about the meeting that was held in the early 1990s about the rap game. Look, hey, this is your military. All that conscious rap shit got thrown out the window. Right? You can't be rapping about Abraham being a black man and all that shit. You know, all right. You know, you can't be rapping about that. Right. Because exactly, they don't make fun of it. But sadly, the more negative and the more grimy it is, the more they can make money off of it. So, you know, so it's evidence. All you have to do is take the camera and walk about 50 feet. So you can see how old that people are. Right? You make some money around the corner. Respect these Chicago rappers, man. Are you a rapper with nation? You know what's going on? You know? Right.
We was right there, he had on the white shirt, we smoking.
Right, it's like Basic Listen got escorted off the stage. He's not ass. Right.
That thug in love.
When he say something, he hit him with the police came and walked his dumb ass off the stage. You know? So, real quick, that Isaiah 42, and then that mission by law.
And we think this shit funny for real, because the scriptures say with a stammering lips and another tongue shall I speak to this people. When the stammering lips goes into Michael, you stupid ass thing. Why you think we just talking about shit like that?
It's Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
People robbed and spoiled. Now, there's been all sorts of evidence. They even made a movie about how cocaine was getting dropped off into so-called black neighborhoods, right? In the early 80s, man. Right? They're doing the crack epidemic. And what else? You know, they're not doing it so much today like they used to with the dropping off of the guns because of these, all right? But almost in every neighborhood in America, all right? You know, from New York to Chicago to Philly, right? Everybody got stories. All the old schools got stories when the guns were dropped off of them. Everybody seen it. Okay? Yeah. Except for Fox and CNN. Somehow their cameras is playing on something else. All right? Go ahead, brother.
It said they are all of them snared in holes.
Why? Because of all those unrighteous decrees. And then you took cocaine. A white male driving a semi-truck that has 50 tons of cocaine in it. All right? He gets 2 years of probation. Where a 15, 16, 17-year-old Jake gets adult charges and gets 5 years for for each rock in his hand.
Yep.
All right? So he got a 20-year bid, you know, and 16, 17 years old, all right, just for rocks that from a drug that you created in the lab that you dropped off in his neighborhood. And there's evidence of it. And some of these guys are still in jail, man. And they haven't been compensated. Their families haven't been compensated.
That nigga Freeway Ricky Ross, he said it. He said, man, the scientists, they figured out how to put this shit up like that. They taught it to Jake, and Jake went crazy with that shit, man. You know? But that's Esau too. They made a show about it called Snowfall. Yeah. And it takes place during that time, man. You saw it went from marijuana to cocaine to, you know, yeah. And man, now the shit they got now, man, it's built out. They got some shit called pink cocaine, which is not even cocaine.
About that.
Out
And
there
how
in Colombia.
Escobar been losing their mind on this shit.
Yeah, that shit is it's a
You know,
complete
it's my
synthetic
love doing
drug.
coke and shit.
Yeah. It's like ecstasy with meth,
So
opioid.
So bitches are taking this shit and getting better about 15 years.
Yep. Like it's not even natural anymore. You know, the cocaine. It's like cocaine. Right. This shit is all synthetic now, man. And it's pink. And it's driving people fucking nuts, man. Alright?
So now it's all out of salt. Because I know the North Kingdom is big into this big shit. So I guess they're charging out because their numbers grew too much.
Go ahead. It says, and they are hid in prison houses.
Yep. So that Amalekite that came by with his daughter, he and his people are not hid in prison. They don't fake Jews hid in prison. As a matter of fact, most of them are Stockholm.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of jail. I haven't seen that. I mean, in the train, niggas coming in the chow room with their trailer on. They not have, covering them with the fucking, whatever.
All gangster with his Zeke seats and his
Yeah. But I ain't there. 30 deep in the back playing cards, you know. The security crowds on the side of the head. Exactly.
Done. So they don't fit the bill. Break who got that mission? Sorry, mission about Rihanna brother.
This is Psalms 94:20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? You want me to keep reading on it?
Yeah, a little bit more. Actually, that's the point. That's the point, man. They frame of mischief by law, man. They make laws that are mischievous and laws that are that completely set you up. It's just like how Esau has a doctrine of ducking dodge, I like to call it, because all the evidence that right. Look, because if Esau was boxing, he'd be Floyd Mayweather. You could never hit him, man. All right? Because everything all the evidences that are brought against him, he has a countermeasure. He's going to call it conspiracy. You know, he's going to call it disinformation, or he's going to new speech it, or he's going to change the definition, or he's going to omit the definition. So you got books and writings that was written by his people. They're gonna rewrite that book. They're gonna change the definition.
I wanted to make a point in the scriptures when he was dealing with the captivity and like Esther or Daniel or something like that, and bring it out once he's sealed by the law by the king's signet. That's the law.
That's it.
But see what Esau little soft ass to do is make an amendment to bend his law and not break it.
That's why it's
what
called
the elder said.
Right.
Yeah. But in the ancient world, it wasn't none of that shit. It was this law was this law was that.
Matter of fact, somebody get that word amendment, look it up.
Yeah. I think it was Cyrus or something. He was salty what he had to do with Daniel. Because it was on the king's seal, he was like, damn.
But them niggas fake them.
Right.
See, they tried, and that's what Esau do there. You know, that was Esau. They had to make that decree so the people would agree to the decree because they knew what Daniel was doing. They said, oh, we should go behind his back. That shows that's I'm a watch.
Online etymology dictionary. Noun. Early 13th century. Betterment. Improvement. I'm gonna read the one at the bottom. Since expanded to include correction of error in a legal process.
Ooh, so, oh shit, that no longer works for us. That was an error.
Right.
So we need to change that.
They buffering.
1690s, it says to remove its faults.
Wow. It's so damn. This is grievous for us to enforce now. It was okay at the time. It's grievous now. So we're just gonna change that.
When it affects your life, your stability, your money, and that 40, 50 years protecting your ass, and that 20, 60, 80 years you had your ass on child still out of money, you know, it was fine. Then wait a minute. Fuck everything that happened to you. You find flaws into it now. Let us iron out the creases. You is the goddamn devil, man. Ain't no law in this land. It's unrighteous decrees pursuant to Isaiah 10 and 1. That's why I can't get you got it. Read it, please.
Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
That's grievousness, man. This is a land of lawlessness. That's why we keep this prophesied and say, yea, those who I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I may even believe that. We're talking about this place. He was children. I mean, he had war monsters in this. But that's really about it. That's why Job said, yea, and he was rich, prosperous man, and it showed that the Lord ended his life bountifully. But what did he say? I walk in the land where darkness as is light. They was talking about this fucking place, man. What a basis man pursuing a Daniel 4:17, man, is ruling, man. The so-called white man.
And he's a man of crafty counsel, and he's a man of vengeance and comforting cancer.
He the Wizard of Oz,
You know what
huh?
I'm saying? Like the elder was talking about how he will make you believe a wicked thing is okay. With his doctrine, his lies, man. We actually have you thinking like, yeah, it's okay to do that. Whatever, it's okay to do what you do. And then when something by the time it's gotta get to you and tell you new words.
Go ahead. You made me think about something.
By the time somebody get to you and tell you, oh, that's been wrong from the beginning, you can't tell them shit.
Oh, select. You know what's the big part? Especially if he look like you. If his skin color like yours, if he look like your father you hate, or your brother you hate, especially if he look like you. The white man didn't say that. Why do you think they come over here and talk so much shit to us? Why they talk so much shit to our apostles, our elders, younger brothers that's waking up and, you know, telling them shit? Because they look like them, man. But they'll look at us and say, we hate ourselves. Fuck every single one of them. Every single nigga outside of the land, I pray they die. Or, yeah.
So much death because a lot of you are taken. You're taken by this fucking place, man. This place is ending. Hey, I'm walking around. I just look at these people. I'm like, what the? These people are so fucking finished. They're a waste of fucking air breathers, man.
Maps. Now, so look, I was trying to remember the saying. It's called maps. I'm trying to pull it back up. It was all perfect.
They hate, man. These
There we go. It's called maps. Oh, there we go. Minor attractive people.
Oh yeah.
It's called maps now. So to get around, because the word pedophile is just too harsh. All right, so now it's called maps. Minor attractive people. They're actually putting the legislation together to normalize it.
Right.
All right?
Right.
That's they call it maps.
That's the slippery slope of the because if you can have
Mischief by law.
you can have a trans age. So, like Murphy always say, he could be a fucking 52-year-old man walking around in diapers because he identifies as a 3-year-old toddler girl. So, right. So since he identifies as that, you gotta respect his pronouns. So now he can congregate, all right, with your children though, man.
Oh, wait a minute, like you said, let me walk my stupid ass up in the chase and identify as a millionaire.
Let me identify as the Caucasian billionaire.
Let's go get the garbage bags right now, because I'm taking the whole count. We talking to that bitch.
Right. Talking about trans age.
They gonna lock your stupid ass up and say you trying to rob them. They gonna hit that bell on your stupid ass. That silent bell.
Yeah.
Are y'all niggas identify as millionaires?
I identify as a multimillionaire.
Right.
I need to make
Hold your shit up again.
Right.
Identify as the president of the United States so I can make some righteous laws. They gonna ring that fucking bell. Some big ass linebacker black woman with a 4.5 gonna run up. Blow your motherfucking ass on the big ass
white team gonna roll in and everything.
Yeah. And that show you the confusion in this place, man. That shit dumb as fuck.
This happened to me for the first time in life. I was at work the other day and I just come in, I just greet everyone. And I said, what's up, dude, to this person. But I was just saying, hey, what's up, dude? Like, when they spoke to me. This person replied to me and said, my pronouns are she and her. And it messed me up. Because I said, in my head, I'm like, hey, at first, I didn't even know that this is a dude. But I just was saying, what's up, dude? Because I'm like, kind of tall. And I was like, what's up, dude? This person replied and said, my pronouns are she and her. I didn't hear him that line. He was like, my pronouns are she and her. And I was like, all right. And I was like, it happened to me for the first time. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, like you already say, he already don't. I think he do.
Yeah, Jim Boy ain't got it. He's switching harder than the bitch, man. I hate to point it out to you, Jim, but good lord.
That's the
talking about that
new
TV
thing
shit.
now. I'm noticing the short shorts and cowboy boots.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Right.
man, they said them
Country
Black
Thunder
Dog
coming
sound
soon,
like
I guess.
stereo, you know? All they missing is
About to be booming this script now.
hey, what you say on said that today? Trying to check their search engine, man.
Yeah, I hate.
Yeah.
Hey, like I said, the little chick in Thailand, first thing I was mine was BBC.
Come.
And then the next I said chocolate man.
Yes!
That's why you gotta get the jump
That nigga looked like M. Bison coming through his little asshole.
Yeah.
She better have. The other revolution, man. What Lucas said, I done raised those and raised up. Yeah, all right, you make up. You make up.
real quick.
Jake's go over there inside the damn trap, man. Jake, yeah, bro, I'm going to see the brother from Thailand. Ain't no brother. I'm going to see that brother from Thailand. Oh, like, yeah, man, you need to tell the brothers, man. I think it was the spirit that the Lord put me over here, man. I think it was the spirit of my garment just got a little white bitch hands, little as hell, making the garment smiling. Yeah, man, but many gods, man.
Right.
They got nothing to say about the time. They got more.
Right? You know how when you get ready, you know when your dog gets the sound of the dog food, they hear the food rambling when you put it in the bowl, they start salivating. That's how close the kingdom is, man.
Right.
We gotta, try to keep from
Lip smacking.
exactly, man. We're salivating. Exactly.
Salivate for salvation.
Come on, stop trying to take
Hey,
this.
that's good. That's a good saying.
You can have it.
We're salivating
That's all you
for
are.
salvation. You're absolutely right.
We're just on the
Because
same
we can see
page.
it, we can smell it, we can taste it. It's so close. And like I said, we're the only people that's looking forward for all hell to break loose. So that Yahweh Shah can come back and do his thing.
That's right.
That's right. Yahweh Shah do the ultimate down and war dance over here.
Man.
All right? He gonna do the war dance. I told you, I can't crip walk, man, but I'm gonna do the coldest crip walk in the history.
But the Lord know how to spirit on you.
All right? They be like, is that nigga float?
Next thing you know, 3 hands up in the air.
That dumb seat. My TV there and shit.
Right, he be like, this nigga float.
And they feel that, man, but that's why we said it earlier. That's why you about salvation.
That's right.
Hey, this Bible is full of dark sins, lamentations, and woe. All right, and a lot of that dark sins, those dark sins are hope for the elect. Because it ain't hope for nobody else. Nobody else is looking forward to Luke 19:27.
That's right.
Okay, nobody. Who else is looking forward to Ezekiel 25, 12 through 14?
Not the Christian church.
All right.
Psalms 58 and 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
That's right.
So that a man shall say, verily, there is reward for the righteous.
So the Lord is going to reward the righteous by letting them wash their feet.
That means
Right? Somebody get that. Somebody get store their houses and grab and say, why? Get a break.
Let's go.
When we go from hunters from
16.
bring them out.
This is Psalms 137, and I'm going to start at 7. Remember, oh Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the children of Edom.
And this is the scripture you will never hear in church. They won't bring this out.
It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. You said, racing, even to the foundation thereof.
Yeah, they were cheering. And you know they were all off beat. Oh my God. You know they couldn't even cheer in unison. All right? Right. They clapping off beat. They cheering off beat. Right.
O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed.
So that's how you know Babylon, that this Babylon hasn't been destroyed yet. All right?
Happy shall he.
And then there's a scripture that places Esau in Babylon that hasn't been destroyed yet. All right? That's another thing. When you found, when we were talking about Esau earlier, once you discovered them, then they said they're not Esau. And then when you bring the evidence that they are Esau, then they came with a representation that Esau's been done away with already, so they can't be us. I'm like, damn, you motherfuckers like baby.
Hey, on the other side, what they would do is, you can see that bullshit ass shit coming from my way. What they do is they hire these simple ass niggas and other characters to teach that Jaffa is the white man, that the Arab's the white man. See, but we ain't ignorant of the same righteous, man.
It says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee and now has served us.
That's right. That's right. Then that whole Jaffa is the white man is retarded saying, because even if the Russians were Jaffa, like these people say it, the world is not under the vibration of Russia. Right? His tongue does not. The Russian tongue doesn't go through the ends of the earth, man. All right? The world is under the vibration of America.
Hey, if the world
Everybody wants to try to get a high
with bacon, with triple bacon,
now you're making it.
with triple bacon, bacon ain't fucking bacon. Hey, if the world was under the Russian vibration, like
Men
the
would
elder
be
just
manly.
said, you know, I was just gonna say,
If that was the
parade wouldn't be
case,
happening.
if this parade would not be happening. The world is not under that vibration.
They'll be getting the shit
And
sucked out
anybody
of
teaching that doctrine, yeah, they, as a matter of fact, Russians put them to death, man. All right, that's what they do over there. They don't play that shit. And you know, guys like that still got to be
Right. It was the Ishmael, the same thing. You know, talking about the white man is Ishmael. Are you crazy?
Right, Ishmael, the ones that are like that come over here. All right, they don't play that shit.
It said, happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stone.
So let me paint the picture. You grab the baby by his feet, and you swing it like a shot dish, and you turn around, put their head into the wall, and expose like a mother. That's what it's talking about. That's what they want. Why? Because they did it to us. That's a recompense. We're going into the northern kingdom. All across South America, when they were coming. Right? They were throwing the babies in the air and catching them on their pikes. They were throwing them in the air and catching them on their swords. All right? That's what they were doing to us. And if you think that the Lord is not going to recompense for that, then hey, you've been listening to T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollar for far too long, man.
They believe in you reap what you sow until it comes to them. Jacob always protect the so-called white man to the death, man. It's that same spirit.
Massa, is we sick?
No, he's sick. You okay? That's how Don Jake was even during the time of slavery, man.
Is we sick?
Bring up that next scripture. People wrote. Yeah, Isaiah 25. All the ones I mentioned, man. I got that
Jeremiah
Ezekiel,
16.
yeah. Matter of fact, and then what was that? Isaiah 30.
I got the Jeremiah 16.
Isaiah 14, 1 and 2 as well. Flip it slowly, let it ride.
It's Ezekiel 25 and 14.
Right.
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom.
See, the Lord is all about vengeance, and He's going to get vengeance on that people who has been deemed wicked according to the Bible. See, it's not just, oh, well, you're a bad man. No, there's actually a people that He created to be the wicked. And they're here on earth, and they're the rulers of this present, current, wicked kingdom that we live in. Read.
By the hand of my people Israel.
Right.
And they shall do in Edom according to my anger.
So when people say that when the Lord say vengeance is mine, you're right, it is. But He just said He's going to also get it by the hand of His people, Israel, which happen to be Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
They doing the work.
And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fear.
So we can't get mad at them, all right? Because when you just read the scripture about dashing and looking against the stone, all right? I can't stand Edomites, but I don't have the mentality to go grab a baby by the feet, dash it against the stone. But though they did do it to us, all right? They wrote it in books and they bragged about it, all right? But the Lord said when that day comes, He's going to put that kind of anger. Go ahead. He's going to put His anger. Why? And you know why? Because we're going to get our memories back. You see, we're going to remember everything that we went through, that our people went through. You know? Go ahead.
And they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh Power.
And then they're going to know the vengeance of the Lord, man. Right. And He said He's going to use His men to do it. Right? Next one.
This is Jeremiah 16 and verse 16.
Right.
It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, said Yahweh.
And that's us now. We're fishing. We're fishing for the elect. All right, we're fishing for the Lord, for the elect of our people. Not all of our people. The scriptures clearly says that 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off and die. There is no getting around that. We're just talking about the law, the decree of the king. You can't change that. 2/3. So that means for every 3 of us, 2 is going to die. All right? So 2/3 of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are on the soil and here in America are going to die upon the return of the Lord, man. There is nothing that anybody can do about it, man. All right, so you guys out there teaching all Israel and bringing our people together, you are never going to bring our people together. If you gather 10 of our people together right now and ask them the name of the Lord, you're going to get 10 different answers. If you ask them what they are, they're going to tell you, they're going to give you colors. They're going to tell you that, and then they're going to tell you I'm black. Nigga, you brown.
Right.
Your skin is brown, so where the black at? Read.
Come bliggity black. Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, said Yahweh, and they shall fish them.
And that's what we're doing now. We're fishing them. But what?
And after that, Salakin, after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
And the Lord gonna make us predators out here. All right? He's gonna give us that spiritual power. It tells you that our body shall be changed in an instant, man. We're gonna be in league with the stones. All right? When it tells you, somebody grab Isaiah 40 and 30 real quick. All right, we're going to be able to do things that other human beings will not be able to. Basically, that's where they get all these superhero movies from. Right out the scriptures, the X-Men, even the Hebrew letter Tau was the same letter X that they use for the X-Men. Well, you know what? The men on this sign are going to be the X-Men.
That's right.
And they're going to be operating under the authority of the Lord with those powers. And it's not until that happens that our people are going to actually get in line.
That's right.
That's when our women are actually going to submit. Not before then. That was enough. You see what I mean? They're not going to submit until that time. You know? They won't.
The mother of all.
They're not going to submit to the word.
The mother of three highlights to that
until
crib.
that time, man.
Elder, that was perfect. that. Look, man. Hold on.
Go ahead.
That square is
She walked completely. You brothers better leave that black bitch alone. Because even though you might not deal with a lady that look like that or that age, she raised little girls. No, that's 30, that's 25. Leave a fucking black woman alone. What else you want the Lord to tell you to show you?
Right. It's a never-ending cycle with that. The scripture says, as is the mother, so is the daughter. So it's just a never-ending cycle of boredom amongst our women.
So, like I said, our women are never going to get in line and be submissive. The scriptures clearly say he didn't get it from the wife, he get it from possession. All right? And none of these women are going to fully submit until that time. Right? Include the ones walking around with their heads wrapped, talking about shalom,
Then
brother.
the worst one. Then the worst one. People talking that, well, I was dealing with reject women anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
Well,
I used to tell
according to the scriptures, hey, we don't need our women to bring back our race.
That's right.
ooh.
I mean, that's just it. Hey, look, the nigga, the speaker woman that's gonna get out of here, only get out of here because he's promised to Abraham. He made a promise to Abraham that his seed, and since they just happen to be the seed of Israel, that's the only reason why the majority of them are gonna get out of here. And the fact that they're gonna be saved in childbearing.
And that's the spirit, because that's what you said, according to the law of the Lord.
Right?
It's no bending that. And see, look what they trying to
It's
do.
like
They trying to fight to
well,
kill
she
it.
is Abraham's daughter, so come on.
Come on. Come on, bitch.
All right, Roman, but you will shut the fuck up from this point on. Come on, dude.
She
And
gonna
that's
be,
it.
please.
Right. And so women like her, not until that day.
See how her neck turned up.
Yeah, she was extra stage left when that mother. She was like,
You would thought dude was the regular bitch.
right.
They don't get paid.
Yeah, he didn't form.
He hit that shit. He might see the white
Like, what's his name? Everybody hates Prince. He had the
Listen to that shit. But yeah, man. That's so rough. That's why it is the spirit. The elder brought out that.
I brought it all up for her. It was really fun. And the spirit identified exactly what I saw. I don't know, I assumed that real people are go back up. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so they're young, they're most powerful. It's gonna they're gonna fall.
But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. That's right. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary.
All right, so let me paint a picture for you. That light post is what, almost 3 stories? That's like a 3-story building?
Yeah.
If you on the 3rd floor apartment, you'd be almost looking at that light, right?
Yeah.
All right, so when you sitting up there and you sitting up on top of that, perched up on there like a damn eagle, and ain't nobody even looked up there. These niggas running around panicking and shit. And you just swoop down and grab one of them and fly him up higher than that pole and let his ass go.
Jeepers
Right,
Creepers
burn
style.
his ass. Right. Exactly.
They did that to us.
Okay. How do you think you got up there? You mounted up like you flew up there. Right? You sitting up on that damn perch on one of the balconies. You didn't get up there from, well, you up on the roof.
Yeah.
Right? Help person up on that roof. With all the madness is going on in the street. And you see a victim. All right? You up there like a bird of prey. And you see somebody you decide you're gonna have your way with. You know? You gonna swoop down, grab, fly up to the top of the roof, have your way with it, and then reintroduce us to traffic. Right? Let's see if you can fly too. Oh shit. Sorry.
This nigga gonna be like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
The sign is finished.
Go ahead, brother.
Wild coyote ass.
Walk and not faint.
You gonna walk and not faint, man. You gonna be able to run and walk and not faint. All right? Just for the hell of it, man. You gonna just run and please.
Let's go.
Right.
I like that scripture. It says,
And run back.
it said we shall renew the
Like,
strength.
yeah, it's just like sparks in the fire, man. That's literally talking about the flash, man.
That's right.
Like you said, you're not gonna be able to believe, man. Your eyes are not gonna believe what you see. All right? Fiction, reality is stranger than fiction, man. All of them will be coming.
That's right.
Walking around.
Reside.
Right. But guess what? They're gonna get spoiled hard on the side.
What?
None of them, you bring them, but they can't go on the damn cherry with you. Right, they get right. Say, look, baby, if you here in Babylon with that day come, ain't nothing I can do.
Right. And they all going to the fucking rainbow convention.
Exactly.
Right.
So those support.
To celebrate counterproductivity is immorality.
Let's go.
Right.
It's Zechariah 14, verse 1.
Let's go.
It said, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and our spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. And I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the house ravaged, and the women ravished, and the half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
Damn. That reminds me of one of the episodes with the Biker movie. The dude was walking through with a woman, and the one biker looked up at her and said, hey, I see you over his back. Basically, all the women was getting seated up. They were breathing out there. Right, so when he saw her walking around, he like, this woman ain't on her back. Right, so she's supposed to be getting home with the rest of them. Right, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, why did they do it? Yeah, she was talking about how she went through and stuff. Yeah. How did she get to Scandinavia? She was Chinese. You never seen a Chinese person. And she said they had got them. They sold her. She was an emperor daughter. Right. He said, did they, use the R word? He said, why didn't I? Like sitting there looking at my head.
Basically, he was saying that he was like, good, I'm glad they did this. Right.
Yeah, he got straight to business. And then, the so-called white man is soft, right? Because here it is, you walking with your so-called girlfriend, according to you, she definitely ain't got nobody there outside of your girlfriend. You got to deal with it, right? But you really think that's your girlfriend, and you walking with her to a fucking party.
Right.
But you want to tell me how to live my life.
But he's a real man.
He's a man. He gonna hold her hand to a fucking mobile man.
And that baby with this she had, she can't kill him.
Exactly.
Roe v. Wade.
Like, how does any of this shit make sense to you niggas, man? Why do you want to be here? Who the fuck wants to live here, man? That's bad.
This is Zechariah 9 and 12. Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto you. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. Because what the Lord's going to use us. All right? I think it's in the Apocrypha, the Lord said he's going to use the preacher. With the son, right? He's going to, man, the Lord, when we get, just like King David. When King David, when the Spirit of the Lord came in, the power, he got down, man. Leaping over walls, not just little walls. Look at the wall of China, how it's like fucking like 9 and 10 stories, man. Leaping over it.
Everything was bigger. The measurements we read about it, and things like that. A man's arm was even a different size. So those measurements, we really you just think about it. It's bigger than what it says it is, but that's just what it is, man. Look at Samson, man. Mighty man. Look at that Bible, man. Samson put the corners down and killed one motherfucker for a long time. Yeah. And this is a man in just one scrap. He slayed it down to the jump on the ass, man. Like the Lord is giving I can't fucking wait. I can't wait, yo. Right, all the days, mighty men, the mighty men of the Lord, man. Come on, man. Abraham went down to what? The slaughter of the kids. With his trained men, because he's trained.
That's right. They don't have any idea. Because hey, look, in this society has painted a picture of the men of the Lord being soft, and they weren't, man. You gotta remember, man, when they came for the Lord, Peter up and sword him. And with excellent swordsmanship, hey, look, man, he cut only his ear off.
Right.
You know what type of skill that takes to pull out a sword and then it didn't go into his collarbone, he didn't crush and break his collarbone, he starts squirting and dying. He cut only his ear off. Alright, that's how you know he David, right? That's gonna go in the head, right?
Oh yeah, that was why I said that.
And then the Lord told him to put his sword up because it wasn't time for that. Now that time is close now. Right? It's not yet, but it's close now. Alright?
And Yahushua, that same moment when they came to get him, Yahushua sent all the soldiers back.
He pushed them back. With some Magneto shit. Alright? He pushed them back with a force. Alright? So he basically, like in Star Wars, he literally used the force, man, to push them all back. Alright? You gotta think about it, man. A crowd of men, armed soldiers come, and you just get back, and they all fall back.
That's another thing.
And basically, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna paint a picture. It's speculation. He let them know that I'm allowing you to take it. Alright? Because what did he say? Could I not call down a legion of angels and wipe this place out? So he gave himself up for these people. All right. He just let them know this is gonna be my last thing. Right? He smacked them up with the force. He did, bring it out, brother.
This the book of John 18.
He Darth Vader dead.
The book of John 18 and verse 4. Yahushua therefore knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, whom seek ye?
Right. Who you looking for? Go ahead.
Then answered him, Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahushua said unto them, I am he. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backward and fell to the ground.
Right, so he made the wrong call, man. As soon as he said it, he made them. He blasted them back, man. And the scripture said we're gonna be able to do the things he did and greater. You understand? He said we get ready to do the things. So we don't care if you don't respect us now. You will. You will. Really.
When they be mocking the Lord in these so-called churches.
Yeah.
They putting their hands on the fall back and all that. Hey man, the Lord is not mocked, man. Y'all keep doing this, man. Hey, Y'all, you know what it is.
Let them do it. You know what?
I'm telling you all the time.
I give thanks for people like that because that makes our chances that much better, right? So we need people to be going off and doing all that wickedness so that we're not counted among the 2/3, man. I ain't trying to be no 2/30. Right? Damn 2/3, right? Because that's what the rest of Israel is to me. You're a bunch of turds, man. All right? Go ahead and bring it out. I'm finish it.
Jeremiah 51 and verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nation.
That's battle axe. You ever seen a battle axe? You ever seen a tomahawk? Go ahead.
And with thee will I destroy kings. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider.
Right, and that's talking about their armaments. All them armored vehicles and stuff. None of that's going to help them. All right, when they rolling up with them MRAPs and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, you gonna push kick a damn MRAP like Leonidas. All right, and break that bitch in two, man. Push kick the engine back up into the compartment and crush and kill everybody. Everybody in there, the engine gonna fly back up into the vehicle and destroy them. Go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say, you remember that scene in the Hulk when he bent the tank barrel back towards the tank operator? He bent the whole barrel towards him.
The one when he was in New York fighting the Abomination, and he turned the taxi car into MMA gloves. He wrapped the damn car around his fist, man. Hey, it's gonna get real out here, boy.
I want to make a quick point. I was thinking in the spirit, you had y'all had made that comment about how Yahweh Shai used the force. Now, we all know that Yahweh Shai is King Solomon. Another one that's gonna go over y'all heads. But King Solomon's first name was Jedi. Jedediah.
There it is.
I'm gonna just get the scripture to prove it.
Like I said, he gonna Darth Vader y'all.
There you go.
Darth Vader was choking people from across the room. They displease him and niggas start floating and be choking.
And they had a Jake player, of course.
You know?
Yep. It says,
people say, hey, Darth Vader, that dude, man.
yeah.
But go ahead, brother.
This 2 Samuel 12 and 1, it says that Yahweh sent Nathan to David, and he came unto him and said unto him, there were 2 men in one city. No, Salaki, I'm going to go to the court. Salaki. It's down there. I got it. This is, This is 2 Samuel 12 and 24. It said, and David comforted Bathsheba, his wife, and went in unto her and lay with her, and she bare a son. She didn't get an abortion. And he called his name Solomon. And Yahweh loved him. And he sent by the hand of Nathan the prophet, and he called his name Jedediah because of the Lord. And it means that name literally means just Jedi. That's where they get Jedi from. It means God knows.
Right. There it is, man. Real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 51, and it reads, behold, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. So that's like when you blink. All right? And you know how fast you blink. All right? It says, in a moment, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all we shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. All right? I thought the dead was in hell and heaven. So that destroys that doctrine. That destroys that doctrine. All right? And we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and the mortal must put on immortality. All right? So what the church falsely calls the rapture, when that comes, when the Lord starts beaming up the elect, and only the elect, they're going to be changed to immortals. All right? That's when we're going to be in league with the stones. All right? That's when fire, you blow your flamethrower and the fire won't affect us. The cold won't affect us. Nothing will bother us. All right? That's the faith that we have. Right? Superman. Kal-El. All right? So we've been trying to tell you these comic book characters, they stole all that right out of the Bible. All right, go ahead, brother.
This is Psalms 18, I started 28. For thou wilt light my candle,
Yahweh, my power, will enlighten my darkness. And that goes, hey, you woke up in this truth. But what? As the scriptures say, the spirit of man is the candle of Yahweh. So when the Lord turned us up, it's going to be over with. It says, for by thee I have run through a troop, and by my power.
And one the truth like 500 men? All right? You know?
Hey, the scriptures say
I
Saul
think
slays
it was
his thousands.
Yeah, I think it's
So 1,000 men. So just like Samson did, man. All right? And like I said, you talking about Jet Li and Hero. Right. One dude with one spear fighting thousands of men. All right? Wasn't that Neo and one of those Matrix movies where he was fighting 1,000 Mr. Smiths? You know?
All Edomites, right? Like you say though, ball. The time.
Right.
That's how you know he's not a devil.
Right. Bald, like I tell you, beware of the man with a bald face and a necktie. They're the most dangerous individuals the earth has ever seen. All right? With pens, they sign legislation and into law that kills millions of people. It makes people broke, poor, with the stroke of a pen. They drone strikes, missile strikes, all of that.
And you know they got some crazy sick motherfucking Edomites eating cereal thinking he playing fucking Metal Gear Solid. When we were talking about it years ago, he think he playing a fucking video game, he droning, board,
Yeah, they showed you that in the movie Outside the Wire.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta see it.
That's what we call it.
When the dude, when they call him gummy bear or some shit, he was always eating gummy bears on a joystick, right? It's when he got to that base, the Marines grabbed his ass and jacked him up. Because he got two of their men killed.
you know he's playing.
Yeah, because he did the airstrike when the sergeant, the platoon sergeant, called it off, said don't do it.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to wait and get his men out of there. All right? Because because one of his men went down, and then another man doing what a Marine would do, when he went in to go get his men. And he went down too, and they both were trapped. But if they would have played it, they could have got him out of there. You know, they could have got him out of there eventually. Neither one of them, they had time. Neither one of them had injuries where they were going to die right away. They just couldn't move, and they were pinned down. And he decided that he was going to shoot a drone because there was a vehicle approaching. He said the vehicle was heavy, and they had something in it. And he was telling them, no, we'll deal with that. But he sent the drone in like he was going to save the whole thing. I'm going to sacrifice too to save everybody else. All right? And then when he showed up on the base, they got word of it, and they was waiting for it. You know?
So you see, you got the number in troop, because it's 3 to 4 platoons in the troop. Each platoon is 11 to 12 soldiers. So it's like 50 men in the troop, 50 and up. I looked it up. It said it could be like 20 to 200 left. So all the troop is 250 men.
That's not it.
Well, the scripture said one would take 1,000, right? Five would put 10,000 in fight. So what are we going to be doing? All right? Even if it was us here, to see 10,000 men running from us, what do you think we're doing that's going to make 10,000 men flee with weapons? So where they got weapons, but they flee. Because they see what's happening to the men in front of them. They decide they don't want to have no parts of that, man. Hey, you know you can watch this free on YouTube, brother. You want a picture of the sun? We don't want no smoke. They watch the guys their clips, and they have to do a fake. You just walk up to and snap his arms off for a while. That's going to make people get ready to see some amazing shit out here that they can't imagine they can see, man. You reaching in and grabbing people's organs right out of their body. They can see you doing things, and they're ready. They gonna see you doing things which they can't imagine, man. All right? Hey, go ahead.
Verse 10. One man and you shall chase 1,000, but what your power is that fight for you as he promised you.
That's right. All right, so like the scripture says, if he be for us, who can be against us? Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against me shall prosper.
This is Psalm 27:1. Yahweh is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yahweh is my strength of life. Of whom shall I be afraid?
So look, ain't no plan B for us, man. This society is literally weeks away from collapsing, more than likely. Because once it starts going, and look, there's about to be no food. There's about to be no gas. In every end of the world scenario, apocalyptic movie, you see a parking lot on the streets. All the cars are sitting there. Because they're going to hit it with that EMP, and all the cars will be left there. All right? And there's going to be no food, and you people are actually going to start eating each other. All right? Cannibalism was done in the past. So I'm going to tell you what's going to be going on. There's going to be a lot of robbery. People are going to be robbing people for food, water, supplies. There's going to be a lot of rape. These women going to be getting gang raped by 50 dudes at a time. Out here in these streets. Real talk. It's going to be no 911, no police. We're going to see how independent you are and how tough you are in those days. All right? You're right. It's going to be a lot of that. Okay? And then it's going to be a lot of people that's going to be infected with all these viruses that they got, they're about to release, man. It's gonna be utterly nuts out here, right? Packs of dogs gonna be running around. Because people gonna let their dogs go. They're not gonna have the heart to kill them. They won't be able to feed them anymore. It's gonna be like a nightmare, like a nightmarish dream that you just can't wake up from. You're gonna escape. You're gonna survive one block. Think you're okay. You're gonna turn to another block. And the shit gonna start all over again.
You're gonna go from fucking slurm, drug addicted zombies. You're gonna turn the corner. You're gonna have a bunch of AI, fucking robot dogs with machine guns on them.
Yeah.
You're gonna turn that other corner.
That's another movie to watch. Monsters of Men. All right. And then you watch Monsters of Men and you watch Metalhead. And you put the two together, man. You fucked. Right? Them little things in Metalhead, the little dogs chasing people down. And when the lady attacked, when one got shot and messed up his gun and carried down millimeters. The thing went to the kitchen, reached up, grabbed the knife, attached the knife to his hand. So now the thing was chasing you down. You just couldn't get away from it, man. It's like, well, damn, he was better off with the gun.
Right.
Shit.
That's
the
why.
gun, at least the gun was more merciful, man.
Right. And that's why we're gonna. The Lord gonna send Michael. You got it's gonna be that bad. The Lord gonna send Michael.
Yeah.
Just to stand up for the elect, man.
It's gonna get really bad out here. Plus, Esau gonna be out here like the purge. Flamethrowers and machine guns. Right. Tell you. And then all of them be able. Right. All right. Drones flying all over the place.
Rent drones. All that shit.
Bring it up, brother.
The book of Job 5:17. Behold, happy is the man whom God corrected. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. That's why we got the scriptures in brotherhood, man, because to be a part of this glorious, royal, divine army, you gotta be forged in the fire of obedience and sin, man. That's the only way you're gonna get all this goodness that we got and escape all the badness that's coming.
That's right.
For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He wounded and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Right. 7 is the number of completion. Right? Any last scripture?
I got one. But then, you know what I'm saying? And lots is going to happen with them. The elect, they're going to be straight. In 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 27, it says, Be not weary, for when the day of trouble in heaven is coming, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
That's right.
The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, said the Lord.
That's right.
Hey, he said, if your ways please the Lord, he make your enemy be his peace.
Right. And we gonna be eating. All these people gonna be hungry. Right? Yeah. We gonna be eating and everybody else gonna be hungry. So if you're not a part of this, if you're not a man of the Lord, if you're not a wife or woman of the man of the Lord, you screwed. Point blank period.
It's like one of them.
This is true. Yeah, hey, because you got it. Matter of fact, go ahead and bring it out. The last scripture, because hey, Isaiah 4:1 is going to come into play right along with everything that's happening. So you got to be prepared to share your man. That's the way the Lord intended it to be. Right? We live in a society that's going opposite of everything that's in the Bible. Read. Because you will be one of many wives. Right?
Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. You're going to finally be independent. It says, only let us be called by thy name.
And the only way you call by a man's name is through marriage. And marriage in the Bible is sex. All right? That's why we don't believe in promiscuous behavior and all that thing. Because when you with a woman, that's your wife.
And he knew her.
It says only.
And right.
Right. It says only,
know
let
that?
us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
So the woman's reproach is going to be taken away by a man of the Lord, and she actually has sex with him and becomes his wife. According to God's word, not according to this world we live in. You go stand before someone and say, by the power vested in me. That ain't marriage. Read.
Isaiah 4:1 in the CSB version. On that day, 7 women will seize one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and provide our own clothing. Just let us bear your name, take away our disgrace.
There you go. All right, so they never going to read that in any church, I promise. Of course not. They're not going to, because look, their biggest money makers are the women. All right, and the Bible is not very friendly toward women at all. So they avoid all the scriptures like
Didn't that lady tell you that? The lady said was
yes,
trying to get you to come back and bullshit?
Luca, the little foreign chick.
I know it,
She
but
was like, no,
I know what it's
not
like
that
there.
Bible. But our women don't get it. Our people don't get it. She said, no, not the Bible. No, I don't want to hear the Bible. That's a patriotic book, and women are subservient to men according to that book. So I ain't trying to. She wasn't trying to hear the Bible.
Hey, but at the same
So,
time,
but I just looked at it, I was like, well, damn, at least you know, because these Christians don't. They running around talking about I'm saved up. You don't know nothing about right?
each book talking about you sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost.
Just wipe the shrimp juice off your mouth. But and with that, man, hey, brother,
Show me a picture of your God.
hey, brother.
You show me a picture of white niggas with blue ass,
No, he ain't.
You know,
green ass perspective.
Yeah. Anyway, we get ready to salute out, man. All right, but hey, no, first we're gonna take care of business. Hey, so hey, so with that, we give all praise, all honor, and glory.
Hashem, Yahshua, Hashem, Rakadash.
Wah.